Hello. There's some people in there. Milo. Trust my monkeys. Hooga. Hooga, 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 hooga. I'm crazy today again. Yes. I did catch a cold. He wants it. He gets it.
Hi.
Hello.
You want the... I just got home like 15 minutes ago. I ate something. Prepared some. You got the same thing out there, this damn weather. Not too bad, but yeah. Still, nah. I hate it. Changed my setup a bit, and I like it. We're gonna. I made a new template. No drums. Where's my drums? Because I found out something. Ha 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 ha. This world needs a hero. Now you're part of my morning routine. I'm always part of the morning routine when Viral Beats streams late. Americans and European time zones. So I made let's see. It actually saved my started on my preset here. Why did you do that? Funny. Because I found something out. I was watching a video from Melda Productions. A playlist I found. And the clicking around and the menus, the hidden menus and stuff like that. There's something called additional here. Plop. Random loops. And because I was watching a video, because yes, the song structure is interesting, but if you have it in a DAW, it's kind of tedious to set up all these things up in a song structure. It's kind of okay, but I could, let's see, clear. I'm going to clear it because we did test the MIDI triggers, and the video explained how these blocks work. Sometimes you got, because this was intriguing me. It says one sort of a loop. If I choose, for example, a beat here, let's see if I find, it looks like they all, for example, intros, you got variations. And it depends on what kind of kit and stuff you load here. These things change. And also, if you trigger these loops, these MIDI loops, via MIDI, if you have this off here, the random loops, okay, this is off now. I can trigger the different intros, beats, breaks, and stuff on the corresponding notes, like in my MIDI editor, okay? And I can even say which part of the loop you want, because it gets triggered by the velocity of the note. Oh, that. Ooh. That says. So I'm going to try it to see. Let's take. I'm going to make a beat here, and I'm going to into my MIDI thing, and I stick with one notes. So let's see, an intro here. Like that. And then I choose a beat here. But let me check my plugin here. On the intro 3, that should be 1, 2, 3. This one here. It should play this intro. Okay, intro 3 should be. But now, if I triggered by velocity around 8, so I'm going to change it to 8. Okay, let's see how it works. Not really. I maybe have to. That doesn't. Now that isn't working. Why isn't that working? Additional, that's the same thing. Tom offset, no. Channel 1. It triggers here, but it triggers not here. Where's that? Where's that? You know what? I'm gonna start all over. And choose something. No. No. It's already one song. Empty. Yeah, empty is nice. Lonely Drum, suddenly it's not having a song, okay? But now has it? No. Let me just check. That was the one. Just randomly. Now if I choose different velocities, let's see. And if I change to a different beat, it looks like it's working. Well, you haven't checked drummer. Me either. Still I have carbon vibes. Who's naked? Is Trusto naked?
Hi.
Hello.
Let's check the Trusto stream, see if he's naked in a shower. We need a... So it is working, okay? It is working. My MIDI editor is a bit confusing. 16 notes. If I now, for example, I chose duplicate, I'm going to change that just to see how it's working. And I'm gonna put so it is working. We got it. Trusto, we got a naked one. Naked noise boy. Then we got two naked ones. Let's see.
Your Honor, I rest my case.
So it is working. That is a good start. So let's get rid of those MIDI notes. It actually is working. So now we're gonna set up something basic, medium, I don't know. Coffin. Not too. Let's choose light. Okay. Let's do bumpy. Okay. This is still off. So I'm going to change my... Need to change my mixer setup. Let's do first the bass is on 1. Let's do the snare. And that is a snare 2. Let's put that on 3. So make it nice and orderly. You got toms. Toms and then cymbals. You're gonna play that on hi-hat 5. Open. And these I'm going to make on the rides. And these back on cymbals. 7. So you got rides, cymbals, okay. And the 8 is percussion. Percussion. Let's make all these percussion. 8. And these are what? Let's paint them also on percussion. Like this. Just got in from work, teach kids with their ears painted on. So the buses, the overheads are 9. Number 9, and room is 10. Rooms, and the cents 11 and 12. 11 and 12. And then I can say my buses, we got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. That should be. Let's make 13, 14, 15, and 15. So okay, and I am going to save it as just like that. And some of the things they record is the only explanation. So let's see. Drum set editor, don't need. Rhythm editor. Let's put some MIDI notes here. I'm still on here. And let's take this. And I also want to check tempo is okay. Because I checked when sometimes when you load a drum set, it doesn't always change the tempo right away, but this time it actually did. So random loops. So these are empty. Yeah, because the writing on my MIDI piano roll can be a bit confusing because sometimes I'm going to get a bit bigger here because There's an intro here. I'm gonna choose beat. And change it a bit. Let's see how it goes. It changes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Haha! I need some laugh sample.
This is not cheating.
So that works. Okay. Ha! I can trigger because I don't like this song structure thing. Because I'm used to my laugh is fine. I could do it like Crazy Rabbit and sample my own laughter. High quality, oh my goodness. I'm gonna blushing again here. So I still can change the notes and stuff and create my own. That's already good. And you can apparently... I think this is the playhead. Let's go. This is the playhead. Yeah. So that's the playhead. Itty, like tiny playhead. So I know that in Melda this is copy and paste, I think. This is drawing, this is erasing. Yeah, there are no tooltips, sadly. But, for example, if I choose this beat, I could you can if you go into the setup you can load different things like I think like tambourine. Let me check something. So it did load that on a different thing. The shakers are a bit, could be better, but I can select them all. Maybe change the thing velocity a bit higher up. Biscuit! So that is very, very interesting. The only thing I'm missing in quite often in Melder plugins that you really could start totally from scratch. I didn't find that out. Tigrail. So you're almost all here.
Hi.
Hello.
I got sad news for you. I got a day off tomorrow because we nice Luxembourgish people, we have a holiday tomorrow. So yeah, it's a bit because it's Europe Day, but in the whole European Union, we are the only country who actually has a holiday on Europe Day. How funny is that? Yeah, it might. There's a good side of it because we can go shopping in all other countries like Belgium, France, Germany. They still have to work, but we don't. Yeah, it's kind of sometimes you got differences in religious-based holidays, depending, especially in Germany. Sometimes you got a holiday here and there's no one in Belgium. It even changes for Christmas, depending on where you are. And even in Germany, sometimes when you're in Berlin, there's no holiday. But Europe Day, they all apparently accepted it, but they didn't make it a holiday. But for example, yeah, the Germans have the 3rd October still, the Unification Day. We don't get that one. So yeah, it has been, well, for a few years, they made that change. That's good. I wish I lived in the US. I used to, but then I go and said no. Oh, biscuit. Yeah. Yeah, different countries, different things. It's kind of... Because Melda doesn't really have... Like when you go into menu, plugin manager, okay, it's a pack of your sample dumps, yeah? Creator. Load songs, save song. But what is that? Ooh. Aha. Interesting. There's something built in that I didn't even see. So there's apparently if you got loops and stuff. Interesting. Single track orange amplify. Multi-channel. So you've got drum loops. Does that mean you're taking the day off from streaming? I don't think so. Depends on. Normally it's planned that I'm making a bit starting a bit earlier. So we still got me. Yeah, I've got nothing else to do. Anyway, I might, depending on they announced the weather, we'll go get a bit more sunny. So depending on how I'm feeling tomorrow morning, I'm going to wash my car. It's about time because it's very dirty. Hasn't been washed for months. Has been cleaned in interior, but not on the outside. So I'm I'm guessing this is kind of, if you got loops, you can. Oh, interesting. We're gonna test this, but not yet. So, so you got the shakers. You can also change the sounds. I want to make it bigger. I hate my mouse. Uncle Chrome, you're gonna cloudy Maryland again. Oh my, you're gonna make me get up earlier. Well, it depends. I can't force anybody. It would be kind of sad to stream all by myself. It was kind of sad when I started out on Twitch, just streaming all by myself and no one's watching. Uncle Chrome has free car washes with nice lads or ladies. Okay, we're gonna drive over to Uncle Chrome. He got free car washes. Mine is free too. I just had to buy shampoo and some stuff. I have to, when I get to my mom's, I will grab the other gear and stuff. So, because I had a lot of stuff and I took it to her place because it was kind of easier to wash at her place than at mine, because I don't have the access to water is a bit complicated. I have to get into the basement and take the my Schlauch, the hose. So yeah, it's a bit complicated. That's why I don't like to wash my car at my place. My master were better than my other science guy. I could understand when I've taken private lessons in school time. Aha. Provides the waterworks, you provide the labor. Aha, that's how it goes. Okay. So we got a rhythm editor. We could, so that's the beat, this one. Beat 3, if I copy, okay, I'll make, and then maybe delete that track again and change the snare drum. Like that. And maybe a less drum. So I got two different versions. Let's see, that's the B2. If I trigger that one, and triggered. Now it worked. Haha! It worked. It worked. John Badham. Da Vinci Girl, there she is too. Hello, we don't know.
Hi.
Hello.
Took physics for science, same as maths and so. Oh, don't tell me about what physics and science. I like to watch movie about science. Did you check the drum convolutions? No, I didn't. Sadly, I didn't have time to check anything because yesterday was too late and just got home just 15 minutes before stream, so I didn't really have time for anything. Uncle Crow, studying Fourier series in partial differential equation turned me onto additive synthesis down here from there. I've had fun with the GeForce DMX and the Lindrums and their sublime MIDI beats. Yeah, what they did supply is pretty interesting, but once you create your own, that can be fun too. And yes, I did get rid of stuff yesterday, like the Ugri tone, and also at work, because I'm at work, I'm mostly bored while watching Ken Spong repairing stuff, and I was cleaning a bit my YouTube channel, my subscription on YouTube, because I kind of decided to get rid of a few channels that are just simply about some kind of content that I am not interested anymore, and to get less triggered by something. Oh, I could still test it or try it. Or no. This time I'm going to get myself into, and I've seen some channels. It's too much of a sales pitch, and some that I did like also changed a bit. There weren't a huge load of channels, but specifically also some channels. I'm still on cleaning. Some channels who haven't been active for over a year, and also many of the Bitwig related stuff, or Renoise or any. I'm more interested, do they make music or do they make tutorials? Do they make some live streams? Are they nice people? I stick for those. And because keeping too many channels that kind of trying to trigger you to buy something. I might even get rid of some channels that I started to, it's always the same pitch, and I'm starting to dislike it. And I do like keep channels that they do answer on your comment. Because I asked what kind of pissed me off. I wanted to know how Omri Cohen did set up his Bitwig thing with the Restream to record the output of Bitwig and VCV into Reaper. Didn't answer. So, yeah. Gear culture is more fun when you're in the mood to buy stuff. Or you get some gas, but let's say Da Vinci. For those that listen to my latest YouTube upload, edit, use a few consonants for drums. So you think about Show to arrange shots. I didn't yet listen to it, and I'm pretty bad at critiquing someone else's work. Pretty bad at that. So either I like it or I don't like it, but I don't like to tell people, oh, you should do this, you should do that. I'm bad at this. I do like to try things out by myself. I do like, I did wrote a post. I have no problem if someone said, oh, you could try. Like Biscuit said yesterday with the preset saving, especially for the mixer setup, that it actually gets saved with the preset. And that was a very good tip. But that I'm pretty much okay, because I like to learn stuff and figuring out stuff. I have great respect for your opinion. Tyrell, I have no clue what I'm doing. But I'm kind of, I think I'm getting into the old grumpy person. Don't buy that plugin. It's snake oil. Do more than I do. I try to do more, but I also I think I was always like that, because I was always on my own from as a kid until all my life, would say. I always figured out stuff by myself. Even in school, I was pretty lazy until a certain point where some things triggered my interests. Then it got better. But at first I had no interest in school. I hated it until almost way too late. But when something interests me, I dive into, I would say even kind of, I don't know, ADHD trigger, I don't know what it is, because when something is, I'm fully into it, but it can happen that like 10 years after I got totally a different interest, like I had with all kinds of stuff, collecting records, collecting DVDs, making DJ, doing radio. That was kind of fun until some point I got a bit too much of it, and I just stopped from one day to the other. Said, "Sorry guys, I'm done." So find yourself another idiot. Well, yeah. But and then with the let's hope it lasts. Hope you, I wish you. What was so constrictor? Sorry, obviously. Yeah, Milo has some health problem. Yeah, but he's not alone. But sometimes you get like Milo has his problem. I got my problem sometimes. Yeah, yesterday on stream, when my left ear kind of lost me. I was Biscuits. Corner shop. Bring back some beer, chips, and chocolate and candy. So that gets me sometimes, and I had that problem for 40 years, pretty much. It comes and goes, and depends on if I get a cold or something. Sometimes it happens from 1 minute to the other. I had Saturday. I was watching in the afternoon after my mum was gone and Andy's stream was over. So after eating, I watched a bit of streaming stuff, and suddenly, out of the blue, the left ear was. I had the feeling it's a bit like something's blocking. But my problem is it's not on the outside; it's on the inside. What always causes my problems, and also when I was a kid, infections, it comes from the damn inside. How far does my mom? I would say about 15, 20 kilometers, about. Just outside the Belgium border. So it's viral beats. It keeps me from mastering the mini frequencies are blowing off my eardrums. Yeah, that's why I don't mix and stuff on headphones, because it's headphones is good for streaming. That's why I might even don't like too much playing music when I stream, because depending what it is, I turn I turn down my the level of my microphone feedback, so I get to hear more the music and less the dumb idiot here before, just in front of the microphone. Chronic ear infections, yeah, that's I had as a kid and teenager, terrible pains. It depends on probably what did cause it, I don't know. It looks like, yeah, it's maybe it's a DNA problem, I don't know. I clearly remember the first time I had a very terrible pain. I think it was 11, 12 or 13 years old. We were visiting my dad's older brother on a Saturday, Sunday, I think. And I had so much pain, terrible pain in my ears. And one day my mom decided, let's go see a specialist because it's getting worse. And he decided, he looked at it and said, yeah, it's coming from the inside. And I got into an operation. They put some mini tubes into my eardrums, and to get the infection from the inside out. And once then, I clearly remember when I slept, the whole shit was coming out. Like it was like when you get an infection with a wound, stuff like that. The same reaction. So I'm still not sure what's causing it. And after that operation, I had no pain, I had no problems. Of course, I destroyed my ears because of loud music. But I didn't really have infection until it started again, like, let's say, 10, 12 years ago. I grabbed a terrible, terrible cold when it was in winter, and I was me stupid. I was taking pictures. There was a nice snowy day, and I decided to go out and taking pictures. And yeah, I was walking outside. It was pretty damn cold, and I was sweating, and I grabbed myself a very nasty cold for weeks. And since then, I don't have a pain kind of thing, but it comes and goes. Sometimes I get one side cluttered, and the problem is also, the doctor said, and I can't do pretty much anything about that, because of the infections, the eardrums are kind of loose. They got through the infection, they got damaged, and that causing sometimes they stick onto the the hammer thing inside the ear. So I have to make like the divers. I have to push them out, and it depends on the days. It lasts longer and less longer. And like on Saturday and yesterday, I can do the pressure thing. I hear the things going back into shape, let's say. But I still got a kind of blocked feeling. I feel it in my ears. And sometimes it's good for weeks. And that's why I avoid any kind of draft and cold air and stuff like that. Or even air conditionings, ventilation when it's hot right onto my head, because once I get a cold, I'm done. It starts on the nose and ears, and then making music is no fun at all. And it comes and goes. I bought some different. I did some research online, and there are some tea thing like sage, thyme, and of course like others. These two makes it better. So once I hear, like, the same goes. Sometimes I got problems with some reaction in my mouth when I drink those two tea drinks or mornings or before going to bed. It makes it better. It kind of dissolves the shit in my head. I got shit in my head. So I just took my medicine, mastering, just getting volumes to broadcast levels. Yeah, I'm mixing master low volume. It's nothing like exploring presets, especially hardware. Yeah, it's I think for at least for me, once I try it, it's a song pretty good. Yeah, I don't try to adjust too much, because if it sounds good, like that's why I actually stopped kind of following these channels where they say you need to do this, you need to do that on your mix bus, master bus. You need to put that plugin. You know what? Screw you. I sometimes don't use anything at all. I'm still collecting the plugins to do it, but sometimes I don't even need to. So ever since I retired and stopped being out of program, my sinus issues mostly gone. Yeah, that's the thing with people. So the problem is I worked for years a lot of outside, my problems started again when I started inside and draft. I hate that shit. And depends on even when it's like hot, I try to avoid as less ventilation as possible. Even though I'm still hot and I know how my head reacts, and so like for the moment I have again some slimy things in my mouth again. Water helps, so I need to get back into my tea treatment. So my problem is that guitar and brass instruments, even woodwinds, are new for me. Also jazz, rock, and fusion. Just try from the birds discuss more to me. Yeah, that's why I'm not doing scoring anyway. I totally avoid. Yes. SoundPaint did a new update yesterday, so that's interesting. Still need to grab a few presets though. So let's. Oh, I don't want to see my levels here. It's kind of boring. Let's take a short break, and I'm gonna grab my water, and then I'm going to try these settings a bit more and try to do like kind of beaty thing. So let's see. I'm not choosing the wrong screen again. Not confusing my people here. So I'm back. They're chatting and chatting. Pope GP. The world needs you and your killer drone now. So now I need to change something. If I let's see how it sounds. I could actually. Oops. You should move. That kind of works. So let's see if I put the second here, MIDI, and now beat 9. Like this, okay? Young Americans. Could be. The question is on what they. I must say the built-in beats are kind of cool because it's a good start. Oh my goodness, remembering that song. Yeah, kind of. Well, I might change to, let's say, shuffle something. I think on the. Yeah, it's getting interesting. kind of. John is making breakfast. Yeah, it's always kind of funny with the time zone. Oh my goodness. But I can change my sound here. If I change that one. Maybe change the acoustic vintage and snare. Okay, how does that sound? Ha! Don't like this. Oh, if I change it to brush. Not really. Disco, shorts. Acoustic. I kind of like this one. Kind of interesting. I'll take breakfast again. Will second breakfast. You know that? Hobbits like that. Little bit variance on the hi-hats. What do you know? Me either. That's a good question. Yeah, would change different velocity, maybe. Maybe. If we do some probabilities, maybe. I don't know. I'm still on the first. You used to use Thomas Panton's on the community. There was souls we're getting them hats from. Your toes are hell. Hats are my weakness. I always overdo them. Yeah. What I always... I do kind of know how drummers... but I don't know really how, like, yeah, kick, snare, and yeah, I don't know how to make the, especially if drummers do on, they leave the snare out and they do the that sound. Because when a drummer plays, it's not really 16 notes exactly, because it's humans playing, and I try to make those kind of things, especially on realistic drum plugins like this one. It's even more harder. I tried doing them in a MIDI editor, and I don't know how this thing is laid out. Like, for example, like here. I don't know my MIDI showing up here. Huh? How did you do that? Like doing the I think it's 16th note, but what do I know? This is off. Okay. But how to do, like, I'm gonna just save it. How to do it totally from scratch? That's a good question. You could like go into take out the MIDI notes. So you can do this, We've got 4 variations, but also variations here. It's a lot, but actually a lot of work to edit, to make it totally from scratch with nothing in it, and really starts from scratch. Haha. You could do that, like how to change that. Electronic genres, electronic, because I think the sound changes with that. Hip hop, house, acoustic, world. Because I wanted to. When you load the rhythm, you got, okay, predefined. It's like using the laid out MIDI things in Easy Drummer or the addictive drums and other drum machines, it's predefined like this, and you got predefined things. You can't change them. Like there's on intro. If I say MIDI here, it's a bit quirky to set up. So that is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So if I choose this is the just gonna check random loops is off. The thing is, it jumps right into. That is what kind of is a bit weird. I just put one MIDI note on the intro, this one. Okay, it plays it, and it switches directly onto the next. And as far as I know, he explained this in the video. It that is kind of built in. Even if you choose not to random, it chooses the next beat to play, kind of thing. It's a bit weird, but let's see. There's no song. Okay. How's the mixer doing? Mixer still up. I'm missing chat. Tyrell, cheers. You're taking the jet. You got to get to the chopper. I know the place you named. Finally, updated instrument to run on a M1 chip. Beat Scholar. I have that plugin, but it is kind of weird to actually construct kind of beats. I don't really. I bought it once. Milo was looking at some synths. Milo, Berlin, Super Boost. Right away. Apparently, Yuhi, who is at Superboost, they up to something new, and it looks like they going to improve lots of their plugins, even the Ubik range. They upgrading the functionality and the UIs, and also some other things. So we keep an eye on. No, they actually there for Superboost is not just hardware. That's it's a bit like, I would almost say, our European version of NAMM, but it's quite big, I think, because there's a lot of things happening inside the location and also outside in the park. There's parties and stuff. So Super Boost, not that kind of booze. Booze with the TH. Super. Yeah, and then there's software companies, hardware companies, small developers, big developers, some all kinds of stuff. Some interesting things always going on there. Let's see if you. I did see. Who was there last year? I think Adam Steele was doing a video, even live streaming. But since he got kind of busy, Uncle Chrome was on vacation. Oh, what is that? Sony Electronic NAM is acoustic stuff too. Yeah. Super Boost is very. That's maybe why they chose Berlin for that kind of stuff. It's very, very electronic. So, and we had in Frankfurt, we had for even, I think, for decades, there was a musician kind of big convention with all the big names, small names. I was there once, but that one was in Cologne. That was pretty huge too. They stopped that one. They even tried to move it to Berlin, didn't work out. And the expo in Frankfurt was the go-to place, the Musikmesse, that thing was huge. You had even famous musicians doing. I know that Nico McBrain was there at some point doing demonstration of drums, and Cologne had the Popcom, who was kind of music conventions for the industry, but not just instruments, but also how all about the business stuff, like concerts, venues, and organizations and labels, and but it all changed, kind of. I do wonder how Adam is since he got a weird job. I did see, the last time I seen a video from Adam Steele was some kind of short thing he made he was on a live concert where he was doing stuff for Apogee, I think. But yeah, he does. Still, his channel is active. He sometimes he publishes some AI generated music to kind of weird thing he does. So with video like 4 hours ambient things, and trade shows now may as music would have insane displays and hot models. Yeah. And Germany was the big. I don't know really what changed, because Germany is still kind of big in music business, but the whole convention thing, they're still on the high-end hi-fi thing in Munich, but in the professional music business, it kind of something happened. I'm not sure what. So Frankfurt has still the big trade show for the books, and that all had almost gone, and there was like something else, of course, cars, but for the music, and now Super Boost in Berlin kind of is taking over, but this way, she doesn't think it is that compressor Mackie, all schooners by. I was. I had an invitation for Popcom that's a long time ago. because that was the time when I was doing radio. I had, because I reached out to a lot of labels, and back in the day, not with internet and stuff, they're still writing letters. I contacted a lot of labels to get promo stuff for my radio show, because yes, I was doing that voluntarily, so everything I played was bought by me. So I thought would be nice to have some kind of stuff getting from labels. And I wrote hundreds of letters to different. I made just copies. I wrote one letter and then just changed the address and stuff. And I had answers from Tresor in Berlin. That was quite surprising. And they always did send me the latest releases on vinyl. I even had white labels, pre-releases. That was awesome. I had Aunt Zen, who made me a deal to, when I order stuff at their mail order, the moving up says we. He said, if you order things, you get 10 or 15% off. And that was kind of cool. And the funny thing is, when I ordered like 10 CDs or something like that. And I got the box, and there was always kind of gifts in there, like special editions. I still have them. So that was pretty cool. And who else? And the one who contacted me, who sent me stuff, was a woman who worked for UMC. It was a very big label in Germany who was doing kind of more the poppy side of dance music, trance and trip hop stuff, and quite some famous names in there. And she was doing the promotional stuff for them. And at some point, I did get promo stuff every few weeks. There was some kind of interesting things in there. There was also a lot of cheesy stuff. But and then she moved away because the company was based in Frankfurt, and just shortly after, she knew the label went bankrupt. October! And she moved to Berlin because she befriended Stefan Bettke from Pole, who was doing that experimental dub stuff in Berlin. And she did promotion for him. Drummer for Melda. Yes, drummer for Melda. I was so mad at trying to figure it out. And we stayed in contact. And at one day, she said, I wrote to her, "Oh, I'm coming to Berlin. Songs which you to US." Oh my God, they really did choose an American. Oh my goodness. They really did it. And I was visiting Berlin, and she said, "Oh yeah, just hook me up. I will show you. I will show you Berlin." And she invited me. We did go eat in the eastern part of Berlin. I visited, of course, Hardwax Records, and I visited the apartment of Stefan Bettke. He was not in, sadly, so I didn't met him, but Yeah, and she's still, she doesn't do, I'm not sure if she's still doing promotion and stuff. I don't know what she does, but she's still sometimes, she's DJing. So sometimes you got, I see her on Facebook. She plays sometimes in Trésor and stuff like that. And mostly experimental, ambient-ish, dubby kind of things. So, and I had a few shows. I had one about experimental, ambient, IDM, industrial kind of things. I had one for mixing, kind of more techno, house, minimal stuff. So, Cosmic Simon says, America, fuck yeah. Oh my god. I hope it's not orange. Will be the first Popefluencer. I hope he's hope he's not evangelical. Oh my goodness. Yeah. The seagull on top on the roof. The Bible is the worst not clean back. This will come with. Yeah. The thing is, the Trump and his friends are evangelicals. The weirdos of the bunch. He's speaking in tongues, better be Latin. Hope so. Dominis vobiscum. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't really care much about that, so. So we got some reggae stuff, so it's kind of odd that it always directly changes into beat. And if I change to like do kind of switching a lot. That must be interesting. Let's see. Now if I switch the velocity a bit. The thing is, the beat 4 repeats how much. It has 1. Yeah. So it loops just once. This one. Also 1. I can't switch it here. Ha! Half about. You think Trump is, well, he does, yeah, like the collection plate, but that's anyway. I don't know what he is, but for me, I think for me they all kind of. If I would have my saying, recon. I would put them all into a lunar bin directly. I think they all. Yeah. Let's see how it goes. So I can switch when I click on my MIDI note. I see what's playing. That's good. That's good. How's the classic? No. How you doing? Oh, I hadn't played my...
Hi.
Hello.
I give up typing. Basically, you're like me. I gotta... When I'm playing and typing, I got another problem. These. Especially since I have a mechanical keyboard, that kind of gets sometimes funny. The one coworker, she even has longer than mine. But she uses the normal standard keyboards we have at our job. I took out mine, and every time she types, because she types with the nails. Don't know how she does it, but like Tanisha sound like Mother 32, pretty complicated, even slight knob tweaks. Yeah, I can't imagine it. That's the thing, like in the old modular days, when it's like Alex Ball demonstrated on since he had, I think it was an old Moog, where he tried to recreate a sound. He said, just one it's really just touching the knob, and it totally changed the sound. So really finding the sweet spot is that wouldn't be a thing for me, because that would actually if sound starts getting out of hand, it's easy to get control back. I had to buy iodine. However, that's pissed off Russia. Yeah. Oh my goodness. They're threatening you. Oh my goodness. What did he do now? Would say it's like with that orange buffoon. It's like it's almost like kids in preschool, like 4-year-olds. Like when teacher calls, what did he do now? Oh, kids aren't that mean. Yeah. And the thing is with kids, I think they just don't know. But when you got people in certain positions still acting like monkeys in the jungle, he should know, but I don't know. We got no money. We have been borrowing trillions to send to you, but we can't take care of our own. Yeah, that's. It's not just. It's everything goes to. I think everything is going to shit anyway. So we had some kind of discussion at work. Even kids are not speculating about power. Yeah, they. I would compare them like a bunch of Neanderthals that they got into a time machine, and then suddenly they pop up in the 21st century, and they're kind of lost. So, basically you still have enough stuff to play with. So, so when I click on my note, that's a good thing to know, because when I click on the keyboard and the MIDI editor, it plays the beat, and that I don't like. And now if I have to make a second MIDI thing, And then I'm going to, let's say, kind of should work. Let's see. What time is it? Oh no, not yet. Loop out. Let's see. Got political. Yeah, sometimes you can't avoid it, but. No one's, but well, it's. I think it's like I said. I think these it. We never know really what happened in these brains of all these buffoons. Anyway, we even in our country we got a bunch of those freaks. So once you have the game in Robocop, nuke 'em for the nuke. For the yeah, I hope it never comes to that, because the problem is how to control these guys. I mean, sometimes you think, don't we have bigger problems than it's like when you check on history, what happened before World War One, because they are those who actually started it. They were all family, cousins and brothers and sisters and whatever. They all related to each other, and I heard some stories about what the fuck was their problem. So it did. Yeah, I had discussion at work, which I told when you hear things, you're really clear, and I said to the other guy, he's German, he's kind of funny, but something, when you look at the whole thing, what's going on everywhere around the world, we all do know we got bigger problems, and the problems getting actually bigger than what they bragging about. But how to stop those guys? Well, you got even suddenly got people like Bernie Sanders suddenly active again. So, and yeah, humans do things. And another, just to change a bit of, I was going through Facebook, and sometimes Facebook is dumb enough to show me something. And there was some page showing up. There was about a writer who died. I can't remember the name. And in the text, on the image, there was American, Romanian, Jewish origin, and then it said the name died. And I had to, it triggered me. I had to comment. And I said, "You dumb, stupid." I said Americans, because yeah, it was an American site. You always, I was kind of forcing it and didn't react. And I said, why you always why you had to differentiate that the guy is American, Romanian, and Jewish? And I said, I don't give a shit. Was he a good human or bad human? We are all Homo sapiens. We are all one race. But some nations always try to differentiate, and that's what in some countries you go, oh, he is that kind of origin. Not really. He's just, yeah, maybe he's, and especially on the American side from the United States, everything you see is based on origins. And yes, what is actually the problem? What, blacks and whites and yellows and reds, and as far as I know, they all, except a few exceptions, of course, they are all American. They are all citizens of the United States of America. But what is their problem to make these kind of, oh, he's Native American, or he's Afro-American? No, he's just American. He's a citizen of the United States. He might be, if someone immigrates, of course, he might be Mexican, Russian, or whatever, but he or she is still human, so might look different or think they have a different culture, okay? But that's not the bigger issue here. Why do they always keep these, what the fuck is their problem? As when you look at these cliches in movies and series, you go, what is, and it's not just the Americans. I heard stories about, there was a story about he was from an African country who was under communist control at some point, and he migrated to Russia back in the 70s, 80s and stuff. And he was one of the, in his city, he was the only black guy from Africa. And he said, even though you're coming from a communist country, they treated him like shit. Because, yeah, he didn't look like him. But he said, you watched Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds yesterday. What an awful movie. It's a very good movie. It's spooky. You need to make these sounds more. Humanity needs. Yeah, I think the intelligence update, I think we're gonna get beaten up by AI anyway. I think rather than the newest smartphone. Yeah, and a few days ago, it was an American who has a YouTube channel. It didn't sub, but he made a video about and it's a theme that coming more and more out, the age of stupidity. And there was a German writer, a philosopher, who wrote a book about that decades ago. And he said, it's just getting worse because something is accumulating, and you think, how can people, and especially these days, how can they that kind of stupid? What we all have pretty much the same brain capabilities, but what makes them so eagerly dumb? I don't know. The chimp paradox. I think I kind of heard about that thing. It's like the theory with the when someone said you get a chimpanzee who is actually hoarding food or banana. He said bananas. Then scientists would say, something wrong with the chimp. But if humans do it, he's just greedy. Okay. So, but with the chimp, it's something wrong with him. But I think about others, not the powerful. Yeah, it's the thing is how would you stop them? We all know what's wrong with these guys, but winner, banana dinner. Yeah, but some say, there's still the elections. But sometimes even elections can do more harm. And I wouldn't say I have I got some more radical ideas, but the thing is, are some humans or nations prepared for that kind of move? That is, because sometimes you say, it's like when many people know about when Jack Black friends said on a concert in Australia when someone tried to shot Orange Baboon, he said, next time don't miss. I got the same idea. Next time don't miss. Sorry. Next time don't miss. So, continuous relaxing. Yeah, I think the more we advance, the worse it gets. Because and you got when you look at some people how they behave, that's and I've seen it. My ex-boyfriend, he I can't say he wasn't the smartest, but he's getting influenced by stuff. He really said, Are you really that stupid? He was watching TV shows and he really believed that stuff that they were showing. And I said to him, it's scripted. Don't believe them. It's entertainment. It's just to trigger you with stupid shit. But he was actually believing that stuff. Play the whites and black pieces of the chessboard. Yeah. That's yeah. We can change. Like SOR said, you can. It's a bit of a trying to with community and stuff can stick together, but even then you might if something really bad happens, communities stick together, but the bigger thing that is harder to get stuck together. There's some I know why. I know that I read it in a scientific book why humans invented some things like religion and politics and laws and stuff to really to have a global, to keep them together and under control. But you still got these little groups getting, yeah. It's getting a little too few for me, guys. Yes, the kind of sort of felt it should be all about severe and brutal Stone Age style. Yeah. maybe one day we're gonna get back into the Stone Age anyway. So, big shit show, yeah, big shit show. Yeah, sometimes you get into that shit and you see there's no real. We as individuals, you kind of just let it roll, because if shit happens, it's game over soon and we win. Yeah, or we lose. We cannot lose. Let's hope not. Yeah. Who knows what kind of shit can happen? No. So let's take a short break. Grab some chips and beer to calm us down, or chocolate. Oh, I think I'm gonna grab some chocolate, and I'll be right. Uncle Chrome is going. You're buying a Tesla. You're going to Mars. Would be nice to live in Star Trek. I don't know. But the funny thing is, when you look at Star Trek, Cosmic Signing is happy with the potatoes. Yeah, potatoes, and I have chocolate. Oh, I got like 42 seconds of meat. Mom, bacon. That beat is weird. Why is that so weird? Could add something. Rhythm generator. I didn't check the rhythm generator. Why didn't I check that? Star Trek is post-World War III. Yeah, exactly. Nobody never seen Star Trek Samoans. Didn't have The Rock once played in Next Generation? I think I've heard something about that. Polynesian vast under the future. Very well, please. Oh. Ah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Settings. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Gonna find a partial poly example proves my fight scenes on the original super funny. Yeah, he's dead, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer. I love that. I still have, I had the originals on DVD. I still own them all, and there was some specials on it, and they made they took all the scenes with the Dr. McCoy, and they put in every time there was someone died, and he said, he's dead, Jim. He's dead, Jim. And they made it the same thing with, I'm a doctor, not an engineer. I love that actor. But last time I watched the one series where they were in those mines, and you had these monsters who ate rocks, and when he tried to heal the the beast, and I said, "I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer," with that southern accent. Talking about being stupid, I can only add chocolate marmalade or some chimamani banani to this. I think my stream is going to make competitions to Ken Spong. Let's call it Luxembourg Pub. After Bones' famous relation. Thailand brain rot memes are really. Advanced settings. What is this? Base with them. Brakes, grooves, funk. Oh my goodness. I have no clue how this thing works. Pixel boxes. Use straight loops, shuffle loops. Break. Intro. But I don't see any. Just for the breaks. Generate beats. Load. Oh, I can, and then? No. Oh, but it doesn't, yeah. Because now I don't have a beat. So that should be beat 1. There's one loop. It doesn't play though. Doesn't play. I think I broke it. I think I broke it. But I got something here. But it doesn't play. Why doesn't it play? Offset velocity, diffraction probability. And that is off. Tempo. I hope it didn't. No. Mixer's still good, but kind of odd. Why is that? Let's. I think I broke it. Something broke it. But I don't have a beat on here. If I do beats here, quick setup. Oh, it's a generate. Generate. No? Ah! Now I got something back again. I think I unbroke it again. Just got Pro Tools industry. I can't even use Pro Tools. No updates from Avid so far this year. Hans Zimmer uses Cubase. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm still thinking sometimes about, because got rid of a few that I have. I like Reaper, but I'm still keeping the option up to, well, like 30 updates for Reaper 1 week. Yeah, that's the funny thing. When John was kind of ranting on Mike's Discord, he just published a video about the new updates in 7.37, I think was it? Yeah, because it's 7.38. He just published the update video he did, and on the same day, Reaper published 7.38. And he was ranting on my stream. I just published it. What? Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, but it's one of the DAWs who, and that's why I'm kind of a bit of reluctant to pay the amount of money that Bitwig was wanting for upgrades and updates. They don't do that much of, first, they don't do a lot of bug fixing anyway. And yeah, you got like 2, 3, maybe 4 bigger upgrades per year, and paying like almost $200 for that kind of bug fixing or upgrades and adding stuff that I don't need. That's where I decided, you know what? No, sorry. 4 updates last year, they sank. Yeah, and Reaper does it always kind of, because it works in kind with the community. They try to, when someone finds a bug or tries to, there you could be improving this kind of stuff, or maybe you could add this to the MIDI editor, or they still listen to kind of these. World War III, we were fought over perceived wrong choice of DAW. You might be right. The DAW Wars. I might be doing a movie about it later, after the when there's still some people around. The DAW Wars. I want to add something on that, because on that beat number 2, because what could we percussion could go. kind of. It's still a bit quirky to edit. Kind of, but yeah. Aliens will save us, don't they? The AI DAW will win. I am post Reaper for the most part, or is revert back when the next session takes about 5 minutes. To register all my VST, yeah. Dwarves. That's a good name. Yeah, and I was thinking, I'm still thinking, might get Cubase at one point. Maybe on a Black Friday sale to avoid. Well, it's still a learning curve to switch, so it's about the decision is like 50-50. I seriously doubt I would choose something like FL Studio. I tried it a bit. Yeah, it's okay. I didn't like how it handled certain things. And, yeah. Let's see how that goes. So, I might just stick with Reaper. Because it has so much functions that I still Reaper all my plugins. I'm discovering stuff here. I still need to watch some of the videos here from Melda. They have a playlist. It's a bit old. It's the playlist is 5 years old, and I couldn't really find any much more info. It is kind of pretty much complete because I was watching about the MIDI trigger, and it's got the song tab, drum set panel, rhythm panel, the mixer, sample library, import MIDI output, and then again drum set editor. Rhythm generator is also, they're all kind of a few minutes long, but still pretty much the only complete video series I actually found about it. Once you discover my workflow, I bet you would drop NLE DAW 2. What is NLE? Now you have to enlighten me. Could switch to VCV, you know. Not recording, actually doing a straight production stream. Non-linear, that, oh my goodness, yeah. Yeah, no. I tried those, but no. Cressy! Hey, he suddenly appeared from the...
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, I think I'm watching kind of like a few who do these straight productions where they're just doing their stuff, and you keep distracting me. Well, that's why I actually I thought I changed the title to to my select stream here, plugin playground here. With chaos and laughter. Just like all of your electron boxes are really dull. Yeah. But yeah, with my tempo, doing a really focused production stream, I think it would take a 24-hour stream. Your new stream will be dollars stowing with the dog. it was any. So at least I got like 3 MIDI notes here. Oh my goodness. It's still kind of just boring when you just hear the drums. Kind of, I don't know. Yeah, fancy part. Yeah. Linear is like building a house, foundation, ground floor, and then second floor, and roof. Non-linear means you can make the roof first. Brass and pointers, yeah, pointers. DMG. Oh, I missed DMG. He's popping up, and I didn't see him.
Hi.
Hello.
Let's just duplicate those, and then I still got a kind of beat. I don't know. Well, now. I might add something here. Why didn't you stay there in the first place? Interesting. Amazing chat. Oh, yeah, simply, once the dashboard is set up a poly sequence of tuning random values in the sample pitch. Yeah, I tried once generating or trying to trigger the drums with the HY poly sequencer thing. So, yeah, the thing is, you can, I think even Chandler Guitar made a video about polyrhythms in M drummer. I'm not sure if you really crazy, if you maybe choose the electronic sounds like here to do this kind of thing, but plugins like M Drummer, Easy Drummer, Addictive Drums, and all these drum machines, they're for making realistic beats. If you're doing some, if you don't have a drummer, for example, in your band, why most of their beats are pretty straightforward. But when you really go into, I'm going to make experimental electronic music, there you still could use those, but then maybe trying to add crazy effects and reverbs and delays and EQ curves and I don't know what all kind of crazy stuff to go nuts. All the money shots in my video involves auto market. Maybe some Vicky, you know this. Cressy is picking on Biscuit here. The gate can be very hard, I guess. Doesn't matter. Video flip-flop gatings for the win, tossing the delayed, feeling ghost notes, maybe jamming the break. Yeah, you could actually, when you look at it, you could when you go into the mixer here, you could go totally crazy when adding like for example on the bass drum, for example, you could load. I'm not sure if it's by name. You can't. Yeah, you can't load the. I don't think you can load. XXX. Aha. Oh, you could actually. Let's see. Oh my goodness. You want crazy? Just load the XXX. Oh my goodness. Funny, you just hear clean override stomp box. with that kind of effect, you're going into the EBM sound. It doesn't even stop. Oh my goodness. It can go. Oh my goodness. You can do beatbox sound, probably. That's the crazy thing with when you go into sound design. Oh my goodness. Like rhythmizing, distortion, effects machine. The names are funny. Melda Merv Crisscross. Oh my goodness. Oh my ears. Oh my goodness. Drums transient designer. Extreme CPU. Oh my goodness. That one is interesting. If you two, yeah, won't be doing it like typical just 2/9. So, cheers, biscuit. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how this thing show effects. No, okay, that's okay. These MIDI rhythms, everything is built in DaVinci Go. Everything is built in. Depends on what you load on the root. These are actually the kits. You got the kits here, and depends on when you load different things here, it changes the sounds and the rhythms, the MIDI loops are in here. Like blues, funk, shuffle things, metal, rock, like African, Arabic, jazz, and you can make your own. So not useful, for example, a simple, there might be nothing in there, but you can, because you don't have to, you can choose the sounds if you kind of know which kind of sound you're looking for, more jazzy. You just choose the root kit, and you do have a lot of choice. I think that the drums change and the microphones maybe, I don't know, the samples change. But you don't need to load the rhythms, you just create your own. Cheers, October. So it depends on what you are actually looking for. I think M drummer you can make simple or you can make very complex, totally from scratch, or just using the things in the rhythm here, or you can go totally from scratch. So that is depending on what kind of drum sounds you're looking for. What kind of go more jazzy, and I don't know. Because M drummer is powerful, but as you can see, it is so powerful that you won't be making, except if you may be doing this for a very long time, you won't be making, except if you just use the basics. You don't change anything. You just use the intro beat, break, long break, and you put down your MIDI notes and just let it run to your song and be content with that. Really depends on where you're going to and how straightforward or experimental you want to go. So, because like, for example, you can make simple beats and then go crazy with the effects, like even adding after it's recorded, you're gonna add infiltrator, glitch 2, looperator, whatever kind of special effects, or you're trying to do with MXX or Snap Heap, or the choice is yours. Because I know DaVinci Go is more into the traditional song structure. For myself, I'm not really doing that kind of stuff because I might have a beginning with the drums and stuff, but yes, I don't have any instruments. I can't play any instruments. I would rely on samples or choosing contacts or ample sounds or east-west or whatever. And that's not my direction to go into. normally, because at the moment I'm trying to create some. But I still have to check with somebody what they actually want. So I'm still not sure about that, because someone wants a dub, to create you some dub track. But is it dub techno? Is it dub reggae? Is it so that I'm not a knob wiggler? Yeah, but it's your thing, and everybody has his own thing. So there's, I don't like even Uncle Chrome when he look at it, he's very into the more experimental things with his workflow with VCV and video edits and beat smashing and all kind of crazy thing. It's very experimental, artistic stuff, and everybody got their own thing. I watched even channels I watched. Certain channels I stopped watching because they're not really interest me a lot, but I still appreciate some good players. But everybody has their thing, and I'm pretty okay with it. Except sometimes I hear things that go, oh, I don't like it. But when I don't like it, I just put on mute until the next track or something else, or switch to something else. And I'm not kind of, because you got people, you see those in certain live streams, concerts or whatever. You see, when you're playing there, I don't like it. Can you play something else? Don't like it. Can watch something else. So, but I'm not here to teach anybody. I'm just trying to figure out how these things work and maybe come up with something usable. I don't know. But I have M-Drummer for like ages and I never used it. So I paid for something and I actually never really taking the time to actually know what it can do. And apparently it has a huge load of power, but it's not something you would do a track in like 20 minutes. Except if you really stick with the basic stuff. But I didn't even, I tried song, I tried the quick setup, the drum set editor, changing the even the sound of the bass drum, stuff like that. So I changed the sample, and there's far more crazy stuff in there than multi-sample. I think you can layer. I don't even know what Scratcher does. I think it's like kind of effects. And you can, I don't even know what this is. Probably makes to generate some kind of maybe like slapback, I don't know. And you got a synthesizer, and I didn't even try this to use that. There's so much power in there to actually figure out what does what. Yeah. But if you do something more specific, you pretty much you have to lay out, okay, which plugin do I need? Which one do I get? Which one I could use? How to set up my notes and sounds and yeah. And everybody has their workflow. So it's up to you to decide which way to go. And apparently, where did I find it in the menu here? Like when I tried the no, that's the where did I find this? This here, multi-sample generator. So I could grab my loop clouds loops with drums and generate. I think it is kind of that. To generate my own drum sounds with loops. I don't know, pretty much, I think. Yeah, would say so. Projects, for example, an instrument like an Arab rhythm instrument, and look deep in the colors and come up with 1,200 rhythms. Oh my! It's somehow. Yeah, and that is some very. It's like going into the Indian raga system with rhythms and voices, and that is very complex thing to explore. For this very musical too. I wouldn't understand like 99% of it. It's very complex, and maybe that would be a thing where I would see my limitations in would be too, I don't know, maybe too busy, too much to dig into, that I would lose my attention. Because it can happen that I don't like this, and just get rid of it. You need to be able just to press the middle key, but yeah, press the middle key, but once it's set up. So first you have it set up. If I press the middle key, nothing comes out. If I don't set it up. So I will have to try to find out what this does, but yeah, I'm not there yet. So I got nothing really usable, but kind of. I think I need to change my. Where was I? Yeah, I think I don't want to use too much bass drum. I might just keep that one because and you could actually do add a send here send the reverb. This on the first, yes. To make the kickball. The rest I did program. Yeah, that's where my limitation of interest lies. Yes, I actually don't really like doing complex MIDI work, programming, or doing why I do like that everything is already set up. Because me doing programming drums or instruments, I would like to just hit one note and everything's going, but you need to, have something to go on. But yeah. So let's save this. I think my kick sounds better. I think you're slowly getting there. Slowly, but very slowly. They're gonna wrap it up somewhere. Oh my, time flies. Time flies. Whee! So thanks for watching and keeping me entertained. You are more for practice. I play middle C and you do the jelly. Yeah, might be. I'm still pretty much in the learning progress. So, slowly, but very very slowly. So thanks for watching, and let's see. Not sure yet at what time tomorrow. Still a bit earlier. Let's see if I'm still doing the M drama. Let's see. Depends on what I'm doing tomorrow morning. Jelly dance, I can't really give you. no, I can do belly dance, but not jelly. Won't see me dancing. No.
Radical, too unconventional, too mold breaking for the examiners to accept.
Cheers. Nick was doing multitasking like I do mostly at work. I mean, belly dance, yeah. I can do jelly, see. So see, it's tomorrow. Some won't have a day off. I do. So let's see what else is on YouTube. I'm gonna check later. Bauchtanz. Yeah, I do get it. And Milo is going to do the guitar. Yeah. Yeah, it was jelly dancing. Send me in videos for America's private video thing. I don't know. Where's my thing?
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.